This is the Poor Valley Boys podcast. We back. We got Mike. We got the CEO of Crazy Straws, Ryan Anderson, joining us today. And
He got to reintroduce himself, man. He ain't been on here 6 months, Faith. He just can't come back on like that, cuz. He got to reintroduce himself.
Okay, Ryan, can you reintroduce yourself, please?
And to all my friends on the online circles and in TV world on Facebook, I am the Ryan Big Straw Anderson, CEO of Crazy Straws. If you want straws and you want them crazy, hey y'all, I got to tell y'all before, y'all have heard this spiel before. Don't act like I'm new. If you want your straws for the NFL draft that just concluded, if you want your straws for the NBA playoffs that's kicking off hot, get your Crazy Straws.
There you have it. And I don't know what Mike done went. He must have went it upside down. I don't know. Lot of sports to get into. The playoffs going on right now. I think Knicks and the 76ers are having a good one. Joel Embiid is not playing tonight, which is probably why it's a close game. Before we get into the playoffs, Jamal Mosley was fired on Monday, really Sunday after the game. Well, really, he was really fired Friday in the fourth quarter of Game 6. Start with Mike then. Draw your thoughts on that right quick before we get to the playoff games.
Jamal Mosley was going to be fired whether or not. That outcome didn't matter either way. Whenever they playoffs concluded, he was going to be fired. They say he didn't have a good connection with the players and only scoring 19 points in the second half against Detroit, then stinking it up in the Game 7. That blew it for him. But I'll tell you something about Jamal Mosley. He'll find another job. He'll be a coaching candidate on vacancies coming up or whatever. But Jamal Mosley's gonna get fired regardless.
Go ahead, Straw.
Okay, so tell me the teams fade real quick. They last 2 playoff appearances. Then they go out in the first round both years.
Last 3 years, the Magic went out last 3 years.
Yeah, so I mean, you got a good young team, and you just couldn't get over the hump. They playing an inspired. They were trying to play an inspired Detroit team, but Detroit is trying to prove that they belong. That was you can't do that. Your longevity is going to depend on how well you play in these playoffs. And if you can't get over the hump in 3 years, and you've been getting drafted and getting good draft picks and decent draft picks and getting good players, and you can't do it, I mean, for whom the bell tolls, time waits for no man, and his time was up.
Hey, let me ask y'all a coaching question real quick. How many years do you give a coach to do whatever, to win, turn the organization around, to move up how many years do you give somebody? If y'all are general
all sports or just basketball?
I mean, just sports in general. I'll tell you what I do. I will put Ryan in the position of general manager for the Raiders, and I will put you in a shape of Fabe. I will put you as the general manager for the Atlanta Braves. They just hired Walt Weiss in the offseason. How many years with y'all prospective franchises do you give them to do what? Just curious.
So in the case of the Raiders, and that since you put me as a general manager in my team, I need my coach to be improving within 3 years, 3.5 years. And I say that half because if we start looking bad in that 3rd year, I'm going to go ahead and cut you. And that's 3 solid years because, I mean, if we're drafting well, which that's my responsibility. If we're getting the good free agents, which that's my responsibility, and I get the groceries, and I'm taking my head coach's advice and getting the groceries that you want to cook, and we still don't have a good meal on the table, yeah, you get 3 years.
All right,
get because here's the thing, goes. I want you to think about this. I get a rookie running back, let's say Ashton Genty, right? Ashton Genty, because of the way that the previous coach and the turmoil that we've had here in this organization, I didn't expect him to do as well as he was supposed to do last year. I didn't expect that because the team is already there. Now, in these next 2 years, I need my coach to improve upon the stars that we have, and we need to land some free agents, and we need to land some good draft picks. Fernando Mendoza may be that answer, but he may not be that answer. So I need within the next 2 years for us to be eyeing the playoffs to save your job.
All right, so if you went this year, Mr. General Manager, 3-14, next year you go 7-10, then the following year you go 8-9, that coach is fired.
It depends. How close are we to the playoff in that 8-9 season? Are we like at the last week of the
If
season
you're
where it's
if you're
like
if you're 8-9,
now that's steady
typically
improvement now?
in if you're 8-9 team, typically in the AFC, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get in because if you're 8-9, we know you right now you're not better than none of your teams in your division. You're not better than Kansas City. You're not better than the Broncos. You're not better than the Chargers. So if you're 8-9, you're on the outside looking in with the playoffs. So again, you go 3-14 next year. Following year, you go 7-10. Then you go 8-9 that third season.
So that's steady improvement. Like I said, that half a year, we better start off like gangbusters. That's at 3.5 years. That means we better start out like gang. But what's the half year? What if we start off, let's see, it's 17 games. So if we start off, let's say, 6-2 in our first nine, 6-2, that's with a bye week. Then I think he gonna keep going until the end of the year, more than likely. Now, if he tank at the end of that year, toward the end of that year, before them last 2 games, I'm gonna see the Grim Reaper over there. He gonna be part of the black hole. The black hole.
Now, let's go to the other end of the spectrum. The Atlanta Braves have been a winning franchise for years. Fade, if you in Atlanta, if you don't get to the World Series after 3 years, you letting this coach go?
Yeah, 3 years. If I'm a winning franchise, and I know I just won a World Series in 2021. Now, give granted, Strider's just come back this year. Ronald Acuna has been injury prone, so I might give him 4. But you can't control injuries. But at the same time, your farm system should be elite, or you need to make a move. But you go back to the general manager, which really should be the one that's fired, not the manager.
Okay. I mean, it ain't no right or wrong with none of what y'all was saying. I'm just asking y'all perspective when with y'all 3 year window, and because that's why I specifically picked the Braves because the Braves, like right now, the Braves is the best team in baseball. So the Braves at the top of their game in baseball, while the Raiders at the bottom in football. So I'm just wondering y'all mindset with the window, what you expect with your coaches and that kind of thing.
Now, a Brian thing with the Raiders, I would think that's a complete teardown. You have to give them 3 4 years, just like in college football. Unless you're black, you gonna get 5 years. I mean, Mel Tucker, Charlie Strong, Whittingham. Uh, just saying.
Now let me just defend that real quick. Mel Tucker done some crazy stuff. Sharon Moore done some crazy stuff.
No,
Charlie Strong,
Mel Tucker was exonerated. Y'all don't realize that.
well,
Y'all
that,
didn't know
that
that,
ain't
did you?
in the eye of them, he wasn't exonerated. And Charlie
He
Strong,
found he
man,
found innocent. They owe him money.
Charlie Strong had no business going to Texas of all franchises. Like, come on, bro. That's damn near the top of the line when it comes to coaching. But what he was the DC at Florida, right? Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
but okay. So let's talk about Charlie Strong. At that time, Texas was really reaching. One day reaching for just somebody. So the new blood. One day reaching for the new blood at that time. So I mean, he just college football is way different than pro football. Pro
And if
football,
Charlie
you got
Strong, if we gonna talk about Charlie Strong, they did the same thing to Scott Frost. So I guess Scott Frost black too. They done it to Poe Will Muschamp. Boy, Will Muschamp done got fired from 2 SEC jobs. Not 1, 2. Florida and South Carolina, so they all in the same boat. The other dude got fired at Florida. He wasn't there long. Forgot the buddy name, but shoot, they in the same boat. When you go to certain franchises or certain program, man, you got to win.
If he would have realized that, he probably still have a job. But you got to recruit in college football in order to be viable. I mean, you got to recruit, and they got to want to stay, especially in this college football, because the turnover from year to year is just it's crazy. Unless you're winning, if you're winning in college football, you have more kids more apt to stay. But if you mediocre, you got more. It's the other way around. You got more kids want to leave, and they trying to secure the bag at that same time. If you
Man,
got a
listen, trust me.
five, look, hold up. If you got a 5-star recruit, he comes in, and that first year he plays inconsistently, and y'all ain't sniffing. Y'all sniffing a Pop-Tart bowl and not a 12 seed in the championship tournament. Nah, if he about football life, he might stay. But if he about him, he's gone. Period.
Man,
The
let me tell you something, man. That winning championships and history and tradition, man, all these kids care about their money. Don't all that extra stuff you just said, man, they are all about the bread. If you gonna pay me 1 million to come here to Illinois, and then you gonna give me 2 million the next year to stay here, Illinois, they don't care about going 5 and 6, 5 and 7. Man, all these kids care about money. That's why the transfer portal is where it is, because all they care about is money. Like and I love Kirby to death. Kirby gonna need to adapt with a lot of that too, because Kirby still got that old school mentality. It's about football first. We'll pay off your performance, and these
Well,
dudes different.
to that point, I agree with you, but and it could be worse. It could be Dabo swinging.
And people be bashing Dabo Fabe and Ryan, but Dabo's mentality is no, he had no Dabo mentality is like, okay, everybody else wearing Jordans, I'm still gonna wear my Chuck Taylors. I still think Chuck Taylor look good. I still like my Converse. I'm gonna keep wearing them. Everybody else wearing the new shoes, the new Jordan, and he just ain't adapted. But if he got faith in his shoes, he got faith in how he look in them. I mean, what's wrong with that? So basically, I'm saying Dabo has faith in the players that he recruit. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Now you getting passed by, but the problem with Dabo, it ain't necessarily the transfer portal. You got to recruit better. His recruiting has been going down, down, down. And part of his recruiting been going down is because of this NIL.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So you got to remember that Dabo Swinney is still part of that Nick Saban coaching tree. Nick Saban could pay players because the doggone the boosters were willing to pay them. They willing to pay for those big players. You know what I mean? But the thing about Nick, the reason Nick retired, and I think he retired probably 2 years early, is because on the way back from the doggone bowl game, these kids are talking about, like you said, they talking about the bag that they can get. I want to transfer here. They offer me this. You know what I mean? I can do that. So Dabo is in that same mindset of like, you know what I mean? I'm not finna pay nobody to play college football. That's taken away from the amateurism. That's his thing. That's his mindset. That's got to be his
You better
mindset.
get out of it
But
real quick.
he gonna get out of it quick enough. We'll see.
My bad, Fabe. I ventured off. Sorry, sir.
It's supposed to be an abbreviated show.
Sorry, Fabe.
All right. We'll start with the Pistons, and we're going to transition to NBA. Uh, Pistons came up from 3-1 deficit. Boston lost after having a 3-1 lead. And Jaylen Brown has said some things on the lines of Joel Embiid flop, refs out to get me. So I'm gonna start around on this one. Does Jalen Brown need to shut the hell up, or does Jalen Brown need to shut the fuck up?
I'll take the second. I'll take the latter on that. Yeah, he needs to shut up. You getting paid all this money, and we've been talking about this for a minute. He was, at one time was the highest paid player in the league, and at that time, rightfully so. Now I will give him this. I will give him a reprieve on some of it because yeah, y'all know me. Y'all know that I done carried this team for the majority of the year until Tatum came back. Now, what's changed? What's done changed? I can't get this call. I'm the star. I'm the star. He just got back. I'm the star. Y'all, it's me. It's me, baby. It's me, baby.
I don't think nothing about that, especially when you target the refs. I mean, it go either way with that. Boston, you just shouldn't have blew the lead. Tatum don't get hurt, you probably beating Philadelphia, but Philadelphia was finally healthy for that moment, for them that 3 game stretch, and that starting group that they got, Edgecombe, Maxey, George, Oubre, and B, when all of them healthy, is one of the best starting lineups in the group in the game.
I just think that Joe Mazzulla outsmarted himself in Game 7. He outsmarted himself in Game 7.
They couldn't hit shots, they couldn't hit threes. They stuck it up.
And if you knew you can't hit threes, you got down by one. You shot 3 consecutive threes instead and missed them instead of going to the hole.
Hmm.
Hey,
What
but you live
about
by the 3 and you die by the 3 with Boston. That's what they do.
But that's any team though. I mean, that's any team. You live by the three and die by the three. That's one reason why this brand of basketball doesn't really appeal to me. I went to see the Hawks and the Warriors play last few weeks of the season, and it seemed like every other shot they were. I mean, you either shooting the three, you're trying to break somebody down to go to the hole. This brand of basketball doesn't appeal to me. I miss. That's why I love Oklahoma City. They got a guy that got his spots and he gonna shoot them mid range. And if he got an open three, he'll take it. And that's basketball right there. That's my opinion though.
is Joe Mazzulla on a hot seat? I don't think he is, but I just gotta ask.
No, Fade, he's not.
I said I don't think he is. It
No,
should Jason.
I don't think he is either. He's what is it, 2 years from a championship. So he still got a little stretch before they can actually really question about that. I mean, and you got to remember, let's talk about the injuries. Tatum came back in April, or was it March?
March.
So he came back in March, and he won. That's 3/4 of your season. He coming back, and it probably took a minute before they had to get used to playing with him again. So you probably dropped a few games you shouldn't have dropped because the chemistry has been bothered, so to speak. I would think that next year you'd be looking at a that championship type team again.
I look up. They had a great year. Especially they had to shave down the cap because the Celtics are the new management. They wanted that cap shaved down. They got rid of talent and cap. Now, if I'm the
Uh
Boston
oh.
Celtics,
Oh boy.
This man oh boy.
Giannis for Jalen Brown.
I'm not answering none of that. That's what you called me for yesterday. I knew it was something crazy. I knew exactly what it was. Something. I'm talking about just something out of earth. I knew it. I knew it, man. Damon called me right when he was calling. I said, man, Faye finna come with a crazy dumbass trade, and I knew what it was. I
Actually,
told
this
Damon
wasn't
that.
it. I had another dumber trade, but go ahead.
Nah, Faye, go tell your trades then.
That was the first one. That was the first one.
Ain't no way in the world I'm doing that.
I'm not
There's
doing
no
that.
way.
I'm not doing that because they two different players, and I just don't think. I outside of his MVP year, man, I really don't think Giannis plays hard. I mean, he don't play hard to me. And I know Jalen Brown. He's a defensive stalwart. He can get you some points too. So I'm not doing that.
Next trade
Devin Booker to Detroit.
for who?
For everyone, you put Tobias Harris, Beef Stew, Duncan Robinson in there.
That
Eats.
ain't now that's a good trade. Cunningham, Booker, and Durant, and Asur Thompson. I like that. Now, I'm with you on that, Fade. We can rock that one. But boy, you gonna have to give up a whole lot to get him.
No. Third trade. Jamal Murray for Jalen Brown.
I ain't giving up Jalen Brown. I guess
Nah.
I ain't giving up Jalen Brown too, because I kind of know this dude personally. Not like we ain't cool and nothing. I kick it with him, but Jalen Brown went to Wheeler High School, and I know some folks that know him. And I know him a little bit. I think he's one of the top 10 players in basketball.
I mean, is Jalen Brown too smart for his own good?
I think he overthinks things.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jalen Brown is the type dude that get a toy, and instead of just playing with the toy, he's trying to figure out how you work it, how the batteries connect here, how these cords. Man, just play with the damn toy. That's all you got to do.
He like that little boy on the Navy commercial that flipped them.
Yeah. Yeah, just play with the toy, man. Don't be trying to figure out how this work without the cord, and you need the cord connected, and is there another? Just play with the toy. Man, Ryan's so stupid, man. I tell you. Oh,
You know
man, Ryan,
that little boy was turning the thing, and his mom and them were looking like,
man,
wow,
Ryan,
wow,
Ryan is
like
so dumb,
quick,
man.
quick, quick. And then they think, he throwing a whole bunch of ping pong balls.
Hey, when I tell you Ryan's so stupid, boy. Oh my God, man. This dude, Ryan done done all his life too, man. Like I'm sorry, this shit ain't stop. Go to the next series, you go to the next.
All right. No need to talk about the Lakers and the Thunder. If they couldn't beat the Thunder last night and they played a C plus game, you still off by 20.
Yeah, like Laker might get swept.
Many tears I cry,
And LeBron
baby,
won't
it
play tonight.
ain't over till it's over.
The only way the Lakers can win is the Thunder all die in a plane crash.
Oh man. Fave
That's the
had
only way they'll win.
Fave had to say that too, man. Damn.
That's messed up. That's
What?
really
Wow, Fave, my goodness, man.
that's really
Or
not.
or SGA tears both Achilles.
God, man, go
That's
to the
all.
next one, man.
All
Move on, man.
Okay, Knicks are losing by 3 to the 76. So Josh Hart just took a three and made it and tied the score up with 6:20 left in the fourth quarter. Um, I think if I hate to say this, I think if Joel Embiid don't play in this series, I think the 76ers can win. He goes
Nah,
off
they
playing.
need Joel Embiid. If they're gonna win the championship, they need Joel Embiid at the top of his game. When Joel
Joel
Embiid,
Embiid,
when he's healthy, keyword when he's healthy, and I know what you're about to say. Well, when is he healthy? When he's healthy, Joel Embiid is one of the top 10 players in basketball. When
I,
healthy.
I was gonna say he scored 35, average 35 a game with one leg, and they still off 35 on one leg.
So I mean, they need Joel Embiid to win the championship. They can't win it without Joel Embiid. They not.
Straw.
I do want to say something about Philadelphia real quick. Man, Tyrese Maxey is turning into a star. You hear me? Man, that dude is for real, boy.
BJ Schoons nice. Grimes on the bench. Go ahead, Straw.
Man, yeah, Tyrese Maxey turning into something, man. But he been that dude. He just ain't had that. He just been developing right, you know. Uh, and Embiid, I trust Embiid like I trust Embiid like I trust me being able to cook good gazpacho. I can't.
Mm.
That's rough up. Man, that's
And
rough.
and Michael, I like to cook. So
Yeah, I know, but damn, Ryan, that's next series, Fave. I don't even know how to go respond to that.
I think only one really that's left is San Antonio and Minnesota. Ant Man's probably gonna come off the bench this series. Um, he
Bro,
gave
I
them.
thought he would have been done for the playoff.
I thought it would
He
too.
he Wolverine for real.
One knee got runner's knee. The other one is hyperextended.
Jesus. So let me talk about that real quick. Ant-Man and a hyper man, he is not Wolverine. This is the result of the way modern basketball is being done. They go in to get them treatments more than they did in the Jordan era, more than in the Magic era. So they're
Talking about
able to take.
steroids. You talking about steroid era?
Uh,
Oh, go,
uh,
go, go ahead. Go ahead. My
let's
bad.
say let's say stem cell era. Let's say stem cell era. Let's say that. I don't want to accuse anybody of doing any Ian what it so some steroids or any of that PEDs, performance enhancing drugs or anything. But I mean stem cells seem to work, and they may have a pack here and pack there to make this man be able to come off the bench and not be able to be done for the playoffs. So that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, when you think about basketball versus professional football, this is equates to me as like when Adrian Peterson had that bad knee injury and then came back the next year and almost broke the Russell title. Um, it's the treatment that they do for these guys, and you're already an athlete. Your body's ability to heal is already there. So yeah, it is surprising, but it's not surprising at the same time.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of ball-headed basketball players in the '80s. They had hair before they went bald, but it's neither here nor there. Just thought I'd bring it up. You only got drug tested once, October 1st.
Yeah, the good old days. The good old days.
That's pretty much the NBA. I mean, the draft lottery is on Sunday. Before we move on to Mike's be at 25 to 25 series, uh, what would happen if the Utah Jazz got the number one pick? How would you feel about it?
I mean, what's I don't understand. What you mean?
You up by 15 in the fourth quarter, and you pull everybody out the game to lose on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's why they're trying to do this anti-tanking thing they're trying to do. So it's you know, they got to have it. So that's in the words of Charles Barkley, that's terrible. Kenny, Ernie, look at that. Look at that. That's terrible.
They trying to get AJ DeBancy.
What you think about it, Shaq? That's not good.
No
They would
good.
never would have happened in my era.
Barbecue chicken. Ain't nobody like when I got.
AJ DeBancy.
So I think they got where if you had the first pick, you can't get it back to back years, something like that. You can't have the top five pick in 5 years, something like that.
Yeah, they trying to work it out.
Yeah,
So
they gonna have to, because I mean this is almost as bad. You remember the year everybody talks about when what they call the frozen envelope year, when the Patrick Ewing year? It's almost as bad. They should have started doing this years ago.
I mean, this on David Stern. This started back in '85 with David Stern. All this, tanking crap and frozen envelopes. Freeze a damn envelope. You got my face. Knicks up by 2, 4 minutes to go. Spurs and Timberwolves after this game. Uh, Let's get a Mike's 25. Go ahead, Mike.
Man, honestly, a lot of these boxers, I ain't gonna lie. This is the first time that I really had to Google some of these boxers. Cause some of these guys are like flyweights and cruiserweights and all that kind of stuff. So basically, the 25 is top 25 boxers the last 25 years. And I don't have the list, but I got Floyd Mayweather number one. That's why I'm starting. Matter of fact, Faye, you have to, yeah. So let's start at the bottom. I got Katie Taylor. She's one of the most impactful female boxers of all time. 25-1. She one of the ones that kind of got the ball rolling for boxers for females. 24 Oscar De La Hoya. Now Oscar De La Hoya, he didn't have a whole lot of fights the last 25 years, but Oscar De La Hoya is the main reason the pay-per-view and the money that these people getting in boxing, he's one of the main reasons that they got it. I think Oscar De La Hoya has uh, over 700 million pay-per-views for his boxing career. So you gotta put him on there. But he in the night in 2000s, I don't recall him winning a championship. 23 Deontay Wilder, heavyweight champion, representing Tuscaloosa, Alabama. 22, Timothy Bradley, he was a welterweight. At 21, another female boxer, Clarissa Shields. Clarissa, during the 2000 era, went undefeated. Coming in at 20,
Then she
I
she
ain't,
won a gold medal too, didn't she?
I think so. Lomachenko, I can't barely say his name.
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko, coming in at 19, one of the Klesko brothers.
Vitalik
Uh,
Klitschko.
Number 18, Eric Morales. Eric Morales had a record of 52-9 for his career. Tyson Fury, heavyweight. Tyson Fury, 34-2-1, has been heavyweight champion before. Um, Coming in 16, man, one of my favorite boxers of all time, Roy Jones Jr. Now, he started to fade towards the end of his career, but there was a good 5, 6 year run. Roy Jones Jr. was the best boxer in the game. So
Fun
shout out
fact,
to Roy.
fun fact about Roy Jones Jr. He also had a like before there was a G League. He actually was a point guard on a minor league basketball team. Fun
Yeah,
fact.
down in I done seen him before. He playing with a team like I think like in Pensacola, Tallahassee, somewhere down there. Yeah, they was in the ABA. I've heard about that with Roy Jones. Um, Number 15, I can't say his name. He's a like a flyweight, 30-0 guy. 14, Marco Antonio Barrera. He came in he finished his career 67-7. Winky Wright coming at 13, 51,
When
6 and
get
1.
right.
He was a dominant middleweight guy coming in at 13. At 12, Miguel Cotto. He done been in, he has been in some classic fights, man. When I say some classic fights, he's had some classic welterweight fights over the years. So shout out to Cotto. Joe Cazione at 11. He um
Calzaghe.
he finished 46-0 for his career. He's another welterweight guy. Not welterweight, excuse me. He's like a flyweight, lightweight. Now we're in the top 10. Vladimir, he's a heavyweight guy. He is where is he? Let me see his record. 64-5. Yeah, and he's coming in at number 10, number 9. Juan Manuel Marquez, 56-7-1. Another welterweight type guy. I think he was a light heavyweight. Uh Gilvakin coming in at 8. 42-2-1 for his career. He's been some big time prize fights as well. Andre Ward, I think commentates now on these boxing matches. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Andre Ward was 32
32
and
and
0.
0, 16
Uh,
knockouts.
he had a stellar career, man. Six, one of my favorite boxers, Canelo Alvarez.
Got his ad whoop.
63 2-2. Who beat him?
What you mean? Who beat him?
Who beat him? I forgot.
Terrence
Ooh,
Crawford.
That's number 3.
B. Hopkins at 4. I got Terrence Crawford 3, Pacquiao 2, and the best boxer of the last 25 years, without a doubt, is Floyd Mayweather. The floor is yours, guys.
2 and 3 need to switch immediately, or I will protest.
So Crawford need to go to 2 over Manny Pacquiao.
Yes.
Nah, just go ahead and throw him up there number 1. Go throw him on up there.
Okay.
I put Floyd at 2 and drop Manny to 3.
Man, I'm finna
Okay.
get out this. I'm finna get out this
So
podcast.
why? But why
I
though?
know.
Why
I know
you
you
know,
lying.
Mike? Because I agree with what Fabe is saying.
No.
Because look,
FaZe said take Floyd, put Floyd 2.
right.
No, man, y'all.
Put
Hey, hey,
okay.
we need to
Okay.
put this out somewhere. We need to let somebody
Okay.
see this, man.
So let me ask you a question, and I want both of y'all to answer. How many weight classes did Floyd fight in while he was doing his undefeated thing?
Welterweight, junior welterweight, and middleweight. I think that's it.
Okay. How many did Terrence Crawford? Now it's different because Crawford went all the way to what he was light heavyweight. Am I right?
Mm.
Terrence Crawford went up to light heavyweight.
Didn't him and Canelo Alvarez fight at a light heavyweight, or was it a catch weight?
Let me see. The last one Chance Crawford did was super welterweight, 154.
Yeah, I
Okay.
knew he didn't jump up no
Floyd
light
Mayweather
heavyweight.
went to.
You said
Floyd
Mayweather.
did.
He went to
Floyd.
what now?
Terrence went to super welterweight to get to Alvarez. Floyd did fight in 5 weight classes. Terrence did it in 4. Did 4 weight classes, won belts in 4. Floyd may won in 5, but there's no way if they're both if Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather are fighting, I don't give a damn how good your defense is. Terrence is gonna get a hit on you. You're gonna get a clean hit like he did to Canelo. You got some good hits on Canelo.
I'm betting with Mayweather. They want to fight. I'm betting with Mayweather.
If Terrence Crawford anyway gets anywhere close to what he did against Canelo Alvarez, it's a
wrap.
done data. It's a
Floyd's
done
going
data.
down.
Yes, it's done data. I just think at them last few fights of Floyd, was for the money.
Yeah, just a bad.
Yeah, it was just for the bag. And I think Terrence Crawford fought because he fought a name at the end. He fought for the glory of the sport. I don't think it was anything like that. I think he was fighting to fight because he was a boxer. That's what I do.
Cuz, we gonna take away this 50-0 though?
Shoot, Terrence Crawford got an unblemished record too. He looked like
50,
the doggone when they put
50
all them
shows
belts
sound
on him.
better than 41.
He knew
31
when
by
to he
knockout.
knew when to pull out. He knew when to pull out. I'm just saying. And I get your point, Mike. I get it.
No, he said pull out.
Don't get it twisted.
He said pull out. He said pull out.
Yeah, he said pull out.
Because Floyd don't know how to. But go ahead.
Yeah, he said pull out.
But
Floyd
yeah,
50 0, 27 by knockout. Terrence Crawford 41 0, 31 by knockout.
that is right there. 31 by knockout. The thing about Floyd is he was such a defensive fighter to the point to where it was like, when he in the middle, he wasn't doing a lot. People got upset with Floyd with his last few fights.
Didn't he say he tried to fight Tyson?
Who's trying to fight Tyson?
Floyd Mayweather. And then I heard that somewhere.
Some
As an
Belford,
exhibition.
the model.
I don't know.
He could fight Tyson now. Cause what's my boy Jake Paul fought him.
Now Mayweather got about $8 million he owes to the IRS and something with his passport. And there's supposed to been a fight in the Congo. So
And
might have to kill him.
That's crazy. In the Congo. In the Congo, the African Congo.
I will say this about that list and about box. Get out of here. I don't. I'm gonna be careful how I say it. I feel like MMA and Ultimate Fighting has kind of diminished or destroyed boxing in a sense. Like
That's wrong. That's correct.
boxing ain't what it used to be. People, I just ain't been able to get into MMA and UFC yet. It ain't been attractive to me, and I know a lot of people get up for it. I don't know none of the MMA, UFC guys, but I think it is kind of taking over. MMA and UFC to boxing is kind of like what AAU has done to black people or black players when it comes to baseball. Like a lot of kids don't play baseball because of AAU basketball or 7-on-7 football, and that's what I think has happened with this MMA. Like if it ain't a big time name in boxing, man, ain't nobody trying to watch that.
So I want you to think about this, just like we was talking about as far as you said baseball. Baseball is an expensive sport for a black person, a regular black person, to get involved in. The bats cost a lot of money. The gloves cost a lot of money, and it's not a lot of it's not a lot of ends for us in baseball anymore. It used to be used to have an RBI program in every city that would you can get on the team. Me and you and our other cousin, we played growing up and was able to get a little bit, high school. We had decent enough exposure. Shouts out to our other cousin who was a gold glover. Should be a Hall of
Shortstop.
Fame. Should be a Hall of Fame, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying it's a difficult sport. Same thing with boxing versus MMA. When you talk about boxing, you have to go to specific places, specific cities. But if you want to do MMA, shoot, it's about two MMA. It's an MMA. You know what an MMA gym is. Sometimes they're in your local gym. So it's different. There's more
I ain't never
exposure.
seen one. I ain't being funny. I've never seen an MMA gym.
They
I
they
wouldn't know.
some of them because what is MMA stands for? What does it stand for?
Mixed martial art.
Mixed martial arts. So you get somebody that's going to teach you one thing, and they may know that. They may know two or three different things. Muay Thai. You just go to a good kickboxing teacher, and they do kickboxing for shape. So after the shape, you get all the women out the kickboxing class. Hey man, show me some of them good moves. Bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? It's more accessible versus just boxing. It's just more accessible, in my opinion. It's more accessible.
So it's somewhere in Columbus or maybe somewhere in Macon where you could go to an MMA ring. Have
I
y'all
could
ever seen
probably,
one?
I could probably find some. And you got to understand
And like I
that.
said, I ain't being funny. I'm asking for real.
No, I mean I could probably find one if I Google it. I probably could find one
Okay.
because they have local MMA events and stuff like that. When I was living in Memphis, there was. I mean, and I know Memphis per capita is bigger than both of them towns, but there was. I know two. I know there were two.
Good show tonight, fella.
Yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. We'll try this again next week.
I'll
All right.
hold it down, man.
Be blessed, be safe, be kind, and be good.
All right, we out.